Welcome. This is my component library video. It's a recap of the HTML website that was created to just recap the components that I've chosen. I'll start off with a basic little information about myself. Then we'll go into the component library. The first component I chose was the detail header. The detail header that I chose was by a company called Weibo Design Studio. I chose this particular header because a couple things. It caught my attention. The way it was designed, as well as the thoughts that we're going to possibly have to design the different components out through this month before the month's out. So I wanted to kind of do a different header as well from what a typical one that I've seen. I wanted to try something different as well. So that was another reason I chose it. But if we look at it, we see that this design pretty neat and colorful. It catches the user's eye. It has different colors in it that give this particular company, distinguishes this company from different other companies, such as the blues and the greens, the yellows, the oranges, and the reds. These colors basically says this company is a dependable company with an energetic, powerful, and exciting sense of being. This company basically help establish designs and portfolios for for their customers or clientele, to help that particular company that they're advertising for to advertise, to increase particular revenues and so forth, so on for that particular company. Also to basically help generate a stronger customer base for that company, to turn over and see a positive growth in that company's customer base, and to just distinguish that company that they're doing work for, by making it its brand more appealing to other people, which are like the users, I guess. As for the user will be able to gather and find out more about the company that they're designing for, who they are and where they came from and what's their purpose, with ease, and have access to all that information. As far as the product they're promoting, and so forth. It also wants to help the company they're designing for to also help in maintaining the customer base and clientele that they already have. So basically, that's what we would do. It helps other companies produce and advertise for those companies. Moving along, my next choice was a blog. I'm interested in understanding the concept and putting together posts for a blog, and this particular one I chose was chosen because, unlike other posts that I've crossed, blog posts, this particular one here is more of it appears to be professionally based. It goes in and has where you can go and search through blogs, and it has dates and stuff that to let you know when the blogs were put in or whatever. And if you wanted to go back and find certain blogs, I think that's why these dates are there, so you can go back and research on different blogs. It also it also has the different viewpoints from people who leave messages about the particular blog, and basically saying what clients say concerning the blogs that are posted on a particular site. It also gives the opportunity for the clients or whoever to post pictures and so forth, so on, to let others know who's saying what. Um, and I kind of like that, the way that setup is, and it is geared towards a professional clientele, the way it's set up and the way it appears. So it sticks out sort of, the way it's set up, that its audience is more or less a professional clientele or audience, as well as the other component. The same thing here. It establishes another way for the client to increase its awareness or help with its customer feedback, and raise brand awareness for the particular company. And it helps the user learn more, get more information about that company and its products and services. Moving right along, the next one I chose was about team. Some sites you'll go to and you'll see that it lays out the team or the people who work for that company and gives a little background information. And this particular company that I chose was a construction company. I like the way it had the setup of the team members' names and the job titles and a little write-up on them, and then it has like different ways you can connect with those people and possibly get more information from those people. I kind of like the way that was set up. With that being said, the component is basically set up and geared towards those who are in the construction field or someone who looks to get some work done in the, from construction company. This particular component also helps with the client or customer. It helps with generating a positive sort of feedback from that companies, from a company standpoint. You can get it'll help when getting and generating positive feedback from his customer base. The way this is set up, with these you can get connect with different team members and directly, instead of just hearsay. You can go directly to the source. So user needs, it helps with the user needs by giving them information, that and being able to have access to that information about products and services, and it'll help accomplish the task at hand. Moving forward, the contact component is the next component that I chose, and I really like the way this contact component is set up, and all the information that it has available in the contact area. It has an area where you can sign up for a newsletter. You can tweet and follow along with that company's information or whatever that's putting out there. You got all the contact for us, the address, phone number, email, and then it has where you can follow that company either through Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. So I really like the way it's set up and all the information that it allows to be access to for the customer. With that being said, this in itself could help a client and its search to increase revenue and positive feedback from a customer, and to raise its brand awareness by being able to allow the company's customers to have access to the company um, through so many different means. It gives the company straight, clear access, um, and it's basically open. Um, so I really like how this is set up. Um, so with that being said, the user will be able to um, have that access and to information and personnel and products and services and so forth and so on. Moving along, the next was the login registration. I like the way this is set up, and it kind of caught my eye because of the um, idea of the travel and vacation, being that I like to travel and stuff. So I kind of like the way this was set up. It gives you an area where you can log in as a member area for someone who is a customer client of a particular company. Gives them that easy access to not only log in to their particular account, but also to reserve um, a vacation spot on the I mean, right at the home pages. Not, you don't have to go through different pages and so this, that, and the other to have access. The login and reserve now is right accessible from the beginning of the page. Um, so it serves by that way. It serves the customer, the company, and its increase of simplicity and capital by giving a particular person or group to have easy access right away instead of having to go through so much difficulty and trying to plan or participate in a particular vacation spot or whatever. So the user will have access to information and the products and services of this company without hardship. Um, the target audience is for something like this being a luxury vacation travel type deal would be from someone between the late 40s, mid to late 40s, and I said beyond, but I guess you can say also just, I mean, someone the late 40s to 60, the late 60, 60, 60, 65 years or so age, and someone who's pretty much established themselves and can afford to take vacations like this, and so forth and so on. My next choice was a footer. This particular footer here, it really caught my eye. I really like how this footer is designed, where it has access to the different sections of the site. To, like, if you're going through the site and you've already scrolled down to the bottom and you're about to go out of the site, and you just remembered you want to check something else because you hear something about a news event or a special promotion. It has access to that stuff again before you close out the site, and you can just, without having to scroll back or click forward or search or anything, it has that accessible information at the bottom. It also has some connection information where you can connect with this particular company through Facebook, Google, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and others. It also gives a name again to basically make sure that the visiting party or user does not forget who that person is. That's how I see it, with that name being again at the bottom in the footer or closeout section. It also gives a direction to an address and a map to, so you can be directed straight to the desired location of that company with these. I like the way it's set up in the colors. And it caught my eye with the colors and the setup, and how it has the elements and design in there. It's a pretty, nice footer. Um, with a footer like this can help in making making the client, um, the company have ease of access, and give it brand awareness and recognition with others, because of the, like I said, the access to its other feeds and stuff that um, are needed or desired. Um, and basically would lead the company to get some positive feedback from its use, because um, everything is right here for a user to use and get information, and without difficulty. My image gallery was of a motocross site and company, and I chose this setup. Basically, this is just something, I guess, basically is a um, everyday type image gallery. Most image galleries are either like this, or in a horizontal fashion, or a vertical fashion, and um, it gives access to image galleries of the racers, the riders, all the teams that are involved in the motocross situation. Um, it gives that access, and could get, I guess you can, it leads to positive customer feedback by having these different sections, so the customer can learn about the racers or the riders or teams without having to go through a whole lot of this, that, and the other. The next one is a carousel. I chose this particular carousel because I like the way you will go to the site and see how it's set up. I really like that setup, the way it is. But carousels are something that I really want to get to do and learn a lot of how to do them without problems. I really like um, carousels. This particular one is a biking company. It basically goes through, it's talking about mountain biking, being in a mountain bike club. Um, it's designed to be where you can go through and have ease of access to this company's images and gallery, whatever, and prices of um, and so forth and so on. And also, you can get a free class. So with the way this set up, you can you possibly get positive feedback from the customer for the client, or the company, that would help in growth. Of course, would end in, good revenue, and because it does support what the customer or the user need, for far as providing information and letting you know who's who and about the company's products and services. The next one I chose was a modal. Simple, pretty simple to design. Modals are pretty simple to design, but I guess I want to learn a little bit more about them myself still too. This particular one I chose. I like the setup and design of it, and it offers a different sign in and sign up features, and if you forget your password and so forth. So that in itself will benefit a company um, by having its clientele or user to be able to get in and find what it needs to find, and if they sign up and they're members of that company's solicitations or whatever, if they forget their password, they'll be able to go back. They want to sign up, they have easy access to sign up and so forth and so on. The last one I've chose was a CTA. This CTA was a plain, simple CTA that a customer does not have to go through a whole lot of this, that, and the other just to just sign up for a newsletter for a particular company. It's simple. It's like the headline is bold out so you can see it right away, and then it has the email field where you the red submit button. It basically is, with the red button being there like that, it's a feature that grabs the eye, that lets you know it's some kind of action need to be taken. That in itself helps the client or the company by having it so an ease of access and simplicity for a customer or user to use without having issues and problems and have to put in a bunch of information that they really don't feel like are having time to do or whatever. So it helps in to increase more and more people to be able to sign up at a time and not have to, you know, um, have you get positive feedback in that way. And that is pretty much it. Appreciate you stopping by, and look forward to the rest of the month.